The resolution of the Malincan signature far exceeds anything else out there, simply because of the small pixels and the scientific grade sensor that we use in there. And there you go. That's not bad at all. It's looking fine, and I think it's acceptable for rough conditions we're having today. Oh, good morning, or good evening, or afternoon, Simon. I know you're in France. This is H Alpha. This is a Coronado Solarmax 40. So it's just a small 40 millimeter, 0.7 angstrom. A solar scope. It's mounted on top of, mounted right on top of the 16-inch, and it's only 40 millimeter. And I'm using the Malincan signature on this small 40 millimeter telescope, solar scope. Oh, yes, Jack. Thank you. Thanks for thanks for reminding me of it. Hang on, we're going to correct that on top. Okay, there you go. We just corrected on top the specification here. It's just the Solarmax 40, which is a 40 millimeter and 40 millimeter, and we've got the Malincan signature on it, and we just removed the Barlow. Conditions are pretty rough here in Ottawa today. We've got clouds here and there, and as you can see, the atmospheric disturbance is fairly high. But at least we get to view the prominence at the same time as the solar disk. Umair from Pakistan, you're on. Okay, yes, Umair, I did see your broadcast for just a short period. I was up very early this morning, and I did see your broadcast, Umair from Pakistan. Fantastic indeed. Thank you for being here from Pakistan. We also got Simon Hammer. Dr. Simon Hammer is currently in France, and he's also viewing. This is the NSN system, and internet is certainly one of the greatest, if not the greatest way to bring the public and people to astronomy to them. Jeff, oh, sorry. Yeah, you're asking Umair. Astromonk, I'm just reading your question, Astromonk. I am using the analog output of the signature, which is called SVBS. Actually, SVBS can reproduce very closely what the digital is through an analog system. It's highly enhanced. SVBS is the real way. It's a step above your normal analog input, if you want, or output from a camera in this case. And this is why the MCV1 capture device that we make for video astronomy has the input label as SVBS. It is a HD capture device through USB 2, although the analog itself is better as well than any other one out there that there is. The resolution is certainly high, and we see some very fine detail at the moment, as we can see. I know my monitor here, I actually have a better view on the computer monitor than on the CRT monitor that I have on the other side. So we've managed to not only rival, but sometimes get even better image on the computer. And this is just by adjusting the brightness, contrast, saturation, the hue and sharpness and all of that stuff, and making sure the camera is adjusted properly. been designed and engineered for video astronomy, and this is what we sell here at Malincam for all video. Actually, it's good for all video cameras that anybody plans to use with their telescope and computers. I also have a 90mm Solar-Max, which I took apart last fall and put away. Frankly, I'm having more fun with the 40mm. We get to use Barlow and get high power view easily, and also we get to get very wide field of view, just the way we're looking at now with the 40. So it's like two instruments in one. I really enjoyed that quite a lot. For some reason, I'm back with the little Solar-Max 40 because of its size, capability as well, and very sharp optics, and the temperature changes that we have here in Canada from extreme cold to extreme warm seems to hold at a wavelength that we need to adjust with the pressure tuner. There are several other type of solar scope out there. There's LUNTs as well that are very good. There's a lot of guys that use those. The majority of people use the LUNT, and which is fantastic as well. It's a very good instrument. There's no doubt about it. This is in my case here. I pretty well have to use a Solar-Max because of stability that it has under extreme cold conditions, such as -30 below zero and -32 Celsius. Tim, I'm not sure. Are you talking about the Solar-Max, Tim? I'm not 100% sure here. I guess I missed the thread. Oh, okay. Yes, that's correct, Umair. I do have a Solar-Max, a CAC, a solar scope, actually. It's on the other side. I haven't installed it on this thing here yet. I did use it last year quite a lot, and I certainly got some very good view out of that. It's a whole different experience. As you know, a CAC filter, a calcium K, you cannot visually see this with an eyepiece whatsoever. You need a camera, and I was very fortunate to have a calcium K solar scope from Coronado. They made just a handful of it, and I knew that they had some in stock at Mead, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on one, and I tell you, I'm not going to depart from it. I've got a lot of solar filters and solar scopes and tried many of them, and most impressed with the views and the what I'm after also is the durability of it. For me, this is important because, as I mentioned before, here in Ottawa, Canada, we could go down to -30 Celsius, and as high as we could go as high as 35 Celsius. So we're talking a range from -25, -30 Fahrenheit, and we could go as high as 100 degrees here in the summertime. So that is hard on coatings of solar scopes, and so far we've been having very good luck with this, and it certainly worked for me. Again, I look for stability and durability, and well craftsmanship, of course, is something that I'm really high on, and for my purpose anyways, this is what does the job. For my location and temperature, weather type that we have in here. But there is many other brands. I also have a 1000 Oak H alpha filter that I really like a lot, but this is for high power viewing mainly of the prominence, and I've used that for many years. I had it for over 10 years. It's still in service today and works really good. Okay, Umair, this is due to the adjustment of the pressure tuner. If I slightly adjust the pressure tuner, we could get a more uniform view of the disc, but we're going to lose a little bit of the prominence. So what I've done is adjust the pressure tuner so I get both the surface detail and some of the prominence around the solar disc. So this is the reason why it's slightly bright on the other side. It's just the way I've adjusted the pressure tuner. It's very accurate. It has a very tight bandwidth, and it's very difficult to do this with a camera live to see both the disc detail and also the outer regions, such as the prominence of the sun, all at the same time. And with the Solar Max, I get to do that. I could dial in very accurately the pressure tuner on this specific Solar Max 40 and dial in exactly what I need to see, what we need to see. Okay, Jack, that sounds good. I gotta be on for a little while anyways there, Jack. Doing some solar stuff on Easter Sunday. Happy Easter to everyone, by the way. And I'll be doing that for another hour or so, and of course we'll be off to dinner tonight at my sister's, so hopefully sky's gonna be clear, and we'll be back for another broadcast tonight, but weather doesn't look too promising for that.